And we're back to learning HTML Canvas. Let me show you how to create a clickable grid. It's a simple example. Everything is red, and if I click it, it's green. And if I click the green ones again, they're going to return to their red fill color. The grid size inverses the square size. So if I make this bigger, the squares are going to become smaller. You can see that below. Square size used the canvas width divided by grid size. So if you make the grid size bigger, the squares must become smaller. And if I make the grid size 5, for example, the squares are way bigger. It's just something to keep in mind. Then I've created a grid array. We'll use it later on in a for loop. Here is the for loop that creates or generates our grid. It's an inner and an outer loop. We need that for the rows and the columns. So it doesn't actually draw it, but it creates it so that we can draw it afterwards with a function used, draw grid. And here the initial color is set to red. If you want to change that, change it here. Here's the actual draw function. And here we've used our grid array, went through this with another for loop. Fill style uses the square dot color and the stroke style is black. You can see that I've added a stroke which creates this grid-like feeling. The color toggle, it's used in our event listener, and it's a simple statement here. So if the color is red, we can make it green by clicking on it, and if it is green or if it is not red, we can turn it red with a click. So if you want to change the initial color, make sure to change red here as well in the statement. Then we have the simple event listener for the mouse click. It needs to use the bounding for left and top, because this is the way Canvas works, so the top left is always position 0, 0. Then we've got our clicked square, and finally, as I've said, the toggle is used for this specific clicked square. And we'll have to draw the grid inside of the function and outside, so don't forget it to do it 2 times, but this is all A's. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.